Good evening, everybody. I'm Fabrício Assunção from the Spiritist Society of Bournemouth. Welcome to this evening talk brought to you by the Spiritist Society of Bournemouth and the Poole Christian Spiritualist Church. And a very welcome to our guest speaker online, Dr. Jorge Dyer, who will be talking to us about the guardian angels. Let me give you a few details about Dr. George. He's a medical doctor specialized in endocrinology, diabetes, and metabolism. George is also a master in health science. He is a medical executive of the Institute of Behavioral Medicine Euripides Barçanufo, and he is the secretary of the Medical Spirit Association of Brazil. George, it's a great pleasure to have you here with us tonight. Before we start of George's talk, let's go to Lawrence Seville of the Poole Christian Spiritualist Church for opening prayer. Over to you, Lawrence.
Thank you, Fabrício, and good evening, everybody, and good evening, George. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Brazil. We're looking forward to this evening with you. What time is it there, please, sir?
Sorry?
What time is it there with you at the moment?
Now it's 3:30 p.m.
Right. Okay.
We're in the middle of the it's sunny here.
We haven't got you in the middle of the night or something. That's wonderful.
The middle of the evening.
So, thank you, friends. Thank you for joining, everybody. Now, if you'd like to still your minds just for this short time, go deep within, linking in with that God of your own understanding, that thread of the divine that resides within each and every creature living here upon this earth. O gracious Spirit, we thank you. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We know at this time we have so much to endure within our lives, so many things to understand, to adapt to, and to learn. We send out our thoughts and our love and our compassion to all those who have been working so hard to help bring back security and safety for us in our average day of life. We join together this night under that banner of education to come together and to listen and to learn, to challenge maybe our own beliefs, but to grow and expand our consciousness, and therefore our ability to communicate with the realms of angels. We now place this evening within thy loving care and keeping, under the banner of eternal love. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Lawrence. I'm very pleased now to hand over to Dr. George for his talk on the guardian angels. Over to you, George.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here with you, and I'd like to thank Fabrício for the invitation, and apologize me since now because my English doesn't have the British accent, and it's a wonderful accent, and it's so poor. I'd like to start with my slides. Oh yeah, we'll talk about the guardian angel. Guardian angel, the God's messenger that protects you. We, as spiritists, we believe in the action of guardian angels, as you believe too, I'm sure. The guardian angel is not a fairy tale, as the materialists say that we thinking in things that are things to children, like guardian angels, but we know that they exist and they protect us in the name of God. In the question, 490 of the Spiritist book, Allan Kardec asks, what should we understand by the expression guardian angel? What it means? Who are the guardian angel? Then the spirits answer this question with a single phrase, a high order protective spirit. Well, here in the answer, we have some concepts of high meaning, because high order of a spirit, it's a kind of a spirit that have the not only the power but the consciousness near of the God's consciousness. They are closer to God than us. They can express the God's will, and they have a function, the function of protection. Which kind of protection? Not protection of our body, but the protection of our soul. Then it's a kind of spirit that have a lot of resignation in the most profound, the most deep meaning, because they are with us by their will. They share the God's vision in a lot of cases. They share the God's consciousness, but they are with us, protecting us, stimulating us to go ahead in our evolution. Then the simple answer, only one phrase, a high order protective spirit, means a lot. It's a kind of spirit that can guide us to the God's will. Then Allan Kardec question again in the next question. What's the mission of a protective spirit? Then here we can learn with the good spirits of the Allan Kardec work of the Spirit's book, that we are in the spirit worldview, we are only children, because the answer is the mission of a protective spirit is similar to that of parents to their children. We are spiritual children yet. We live in a world that the spirits categorize as world inferior yet. We are not living in a world a world of high level of morality. In our world, the moral category of our world is that where live the people that suffer the pain, the moral pain, where the evil still acts almost freely, where the goods are not so seen, or are not doing their whole role in all the world every time. We as spirits of this category, of this spiritual category, we have the evil and the goodness inside us. We can act with our hands and promote the evil, but we can act with our heart and promote the good, the good things, the good path to the moral way. Then the answer to this question, the role, the mission of the protective spirit is similar to that of parents to their children, to lead their wards down the right path, give them advice. They advise us everything, every moment, in every moment of our life. We receive this advice. We can hear the advice when we put in tune with the guardian angel. Console them when they are sick or suffering, and support their courage in the trials of human life. Well, all the role, all the mission is totally moral. Then we have a good spirit with us that will bring to us advices, words that console us, and their action is in the direction of our moral life. Again, in the question 492, are protective spirits attached to individuals from birth? Then here we will learn that they are with us since our birth, or maybe they are with us before our birth. From birth to death, they often follow them after death into their spirit life. It's very interesting because they will receive us in the spiritual world. After our death, we will be in the spiritual world, and our guardian angel will be there to receive us. And even through several successive physical lives, as these existences are very short phases of their existence as spirits. Well, here we can learn one more point. We can learn that the time is not a problem to them. The time is a perception only in the earth. The time is a value that it's relative to our material or materiality, because it depends on gravity. The high level, the high moral guardian angel do not have any effect of time. They do not suffer the effect of time. 1,000 years to us is like a second to them. And the gospel, according to Spiritism, in the chapter 11, we can learn this beautiful phrase in a message: maintain yourself pure in the eyes of God if you do not want your guardian angel to turn from you, covering his face with his white wings, leaving you to your remorse on this planet, without a guide, without support, where you will be lost and where we will be forced to await punishment in the next world. Here, in this sentence, we can learn that our guardian angel is not our slave. He can abandon us. He can leave us if we don't hear them, if we don't follow his advice. To happen it's not a simple a simple path, a simple way to happen it, to our guardian angels abandon us, we have to be deaf, deaf to him. We have to be blind to him. We have to be like a rock and do not be touched for nothing. But this advice is poetic, but it's serious. Maintain yourself pure in the eyes of God. What is to keep ourselves pure in the eyes of God? We live in a planet, we live in a world where the evil is everywhere. How to be pure? How do not commit? How do not act evilly? How to be good every time? It's almost impossible. We all have our vices, our tendencies, our heritage, moral heritage that we bring from other lives. Then to keep ourselves pure is a challenge. And the way to have victory in this challenge is to resist in the limit of our strength. We have to fight every day, every moment against ourselves. Then this sentence, it's poetic, it's wonderful, it's beautiful, but it's a challenge. We can translate it as be the strong man that will win yourself. Then in the gospel according to Spiritism, in the prayers, the collection of the Spiritist prayers, we can learn the prayer to the guardian angels and protective spirits. In the introduction, Allan Kardec will tell us that the name of our guardian angel is not important because it's quite possible that it's not known on earth. So then we call him by the name of guardian angel or our good spirit. But we can also call him under the name of one of the superior spirits, or a name that is nice to me, that's meaning something to me or to you, to everybody. Then I can call my guardian angel. If I don't know the name, I can call him by a name that makes me happy, that makes me makes me feel in tune with God. If you have a name that put you in connection with the spiritual world, you can call your guardian angel by this name. But here we learn that not only the guardian angels we can have beside us, with us in our fight against ourselves. We can have too the company of other spirit protectors. They do not need to be the so high category, so high elevated. They can be spirits that have sympathy with us, our friends, our parents, someone that carry love to us. They are the spirits that we can call the friendly or friendship spirits. Our friends, our spiritual friends, they are with us to support us in our good decisions. They help us with their advice and quite often intervene in the happenings of our lives. As this kind of spirits are not so elevated, they can suffer more with our suffering than our guardian angel. Because our guardian angel, they look to us as children, as spiritual children, but our spiritual friend, they look to us as the equal, while our guardian angel look to us and know that our suffering will pass, is ephemeral, it will pass quickly. We are suffering for an instant. Then in our life, our really and true life in the spiritual world, the suffering will transform, will have the transformation in the gold medal of resistance, of moral acquittance. They look our future with a kind of facility, or with so easy, in the so easy way, that they are beside us, supporting us, stimulating us. But our spiritual friends, sometimes they suffer with us, and they will be happy with us when we are happy. Then we have too the sympathetic spirits, are those who are linked to us through certain similarities of taste and tendency. Then, if I here with taste to alcohol, with taste to excess of excitations, to taste of any kind of vice, we will have sympathetic spirits linked to us with the same tastes. But we have, in the same way, if we have good tastes, like the taste to prayer, the taste to be in a good in a good space, to talk about God. If we have the good way, we will have the spirits linked to us, to similarities. Then, because we have a kind of division, because in the earth we live in a planet of proofs of suffering, but in this planet the evil exists beside the good. Then we can be like in a balance. We can have the tendency that is not so good, and the tendency to what is good, the tendency to the evil, the tendency to the good. Then we are in this dialectic uh, and continuous way to evolve. We have the evil and we have the goodness inside us. We are in constant developing to the moral superior life, but we still remain keeping the inferior tendencies. then we can tune with the good spirits, but we can tune also to the bad spirits. Then there are the seductive spirits. The endeavor to turn us aside from the paths of God goodness by suggesting bad thoughts to us. The seductive spirits, they have one objective: seduce us. Sorry by my English. They have this objective, this aim to capture us with their seduction, to keep us with them, with the same vices, with the same tendencies, feeding their desires, feeding their material needs, feeding their material tastes. Then they are not good. They are not good company. They are evil. This kind of spirits are now by demons, by the name of the spirits of the hell, then we have to take care. They take advantage of all our weakness, as if they were so many open doors which give them access to our soul. We constantly open this kind of door, the door of our souls. Dr. Bezerra de Menezes, in a book that was wrote right in the he wrote the book in the beginning of his spiritist life. He presented to us a kind of madness, the madness by obsession, obsession caused by the evil spirits, the seductive spirits. And the title of the book in Portuguese is A Loucura sob Novo Prisma, The Madness Under a New Prisma. Then he wrote that if we made a mistake, if we made an evil thing that give to us pleasure, then we provoke a kind of shocking in our soul. Then we provoke this kind of shocking, but it can go ahead and pass away from this mistake, from this error, from this open door. We can close this door. Then our guardian angel that support us will protect us, will stimulate us to do not open again this door. But the pleasure that we have when we open this kind of door can put us again in a challenge, the desire to open again. And we open and open and open, and in a moment, the door is completely open. Then will happen. Then the madness from obsession will happen, because our guardian angel, looking to us and knowing our real intention, you want only the pleasure. You want only to have the satisfaction of the seduction, I cannot do anything to you. I'm sorry, my friend, but I'll go away. Then he goes away. And Dr. Bezerra de Menezes wrote that in this moment, the seductive spirits will take us to them, will have us integrally to their desire. Is when the madness from obsession happen. Then Allan Kardec complete. Some of them hold on us as if we're their prey, but they withdraw when they recognize themselves impotent to fight against our will. The education of our will is the key to keep us in tune with the high level guardian angels. We have to ask to them the protection, the company, the presence, but we have to fight against ourselves. We have to educate our will. Jules Payot, a French writer from the 19th century, he wrote a book about the education of the will. It's a kind of manual. And at that time, he wrote that the men of 19th century, they have a will so weak. The men of 19th century are so lazy that I do not see so many perspectives. I wonder if Jules Payot are reincarnated now. Then he'll be crazy because we are worse than people from 19th century. We are laziest than the 20th century people, more and more and more lazy than the 19th century people. Our will is like the spirit of alcohol. We open and evade, disappear. Complete Allan Kardec. In the form of our guardian angel, God has given us a principal and superior guide, and in the form of protecting and family spirits, secondary guides. But it's a mistake to believe that inevitably we have a bad element at our side to counterbalance the good influence we receive from them. Then here we have a serious affirmation that the Manichaeism, if I have a good spirit, I have a bad spirit too. No, it's wrong. It's not true. The evil spirits seek us voluntarily as long as they can dominate us by reason of our weakness or our negligence in following the inspirations of the good spirits. So it's ourselves who attract them. The result is we are never without the existence of good spirits, and the withdrawal of the bad spirits depend entirely on ourselves. We are the owner of ourselves, of our souls. We cannot take the world. The flesh is so weak. We cannot use this word. The flesh is not weak. Our will is weak. But if I recognize the weakness that I carry on, I have to fight and to be strong. Our guardian angel is our supporter. Our guardian angel is our best friend, the best gift that God gave to us. They are our side. They are with us every time of our life. We cannot deny it. We have a lot of imperfections. We have a lot of vices. We carry on our tendencies from past lives, but we carry on to the God's signature in ourselves. We carry on to the capacity to love deeply, totally. We have the capacity to express our love, donating ourselves in sacrifice to our brother. Only the humans have this gift, the immeasurable love. Only we can love totally. Only we can understand this kind of feeling. Only we can render glory to God because we receive one grace. And we receive the grace of God every day of our lives. Receive the grace of God every instant of our life. Here in this moment, the grace of God is assembling us, is with us, is inside us, because we are sons of God. We are humans that can love, that can be better each day, that will be at the side of God in the future, will be the sons that can speak in high voices, speak totally. God is our Father. I understand it. And I appreciate because God had chosen me to say it, that God is love, is our expression. A prayer to guardian angels and protecting spirits should have as its objective the solicitation of their intercession with God, to ask for strength to resist evil suggestions and to ask for help in all of life's contingencies. And we are here to ask to God to be with us. Please, God, give us the assistance of our guardian angel. Make us more, more strong to resist the evil suggestions of the bad spirits. It's what we should ask every moment, and we will educate our inner force, our inner will. I'd like to thanks to Fabricio, to Lawrence for the opportunity to be here. It's to me it it's more than honor. It's I'm very happy to be with us. Then Fabricio and Lawrence, I'm okay.
Thank you, Dr. George. Um, we have got some questions. Lawrence, do you want to say anything before I go to the questions and answers? Shall we go straight to the questions and answers?
No, thank you for that. George, thank you. Do you know what? It is our duty, spiritualists, spiritual people, always to talk of the highest and the best, and never to bring around upset by the things that we say. But there are times that we need to hear that not everything is rosy, not everything is bathed in glory. You know, I hear it so many times with people setting up circles, development groups within the spiritualism movement, and people just said, "Oh, I just want to talk to spirit," and you go, "Who?" "Oh, I don't care." And you're like, you should care. You know, you really should care. And it is a topic that it's not really touched upon. It's always a very cautious topic and probably spoken about on a one-to-one basis. But yeah, thank you so much, George. It was lots in there I could really relate to, really understand in just different wording. But yeah, wonderful. So sorry, I'll stop. Fabricio, back to you, sir.
Okay, so we have a question from Eddie. He says, good and bad people, good and bad spirit can be differentiated. Good people and spirits are positive. Negative, bad people, spirit are negative. Do you agree?
Hi, Eddie. Well, I agree, but we have to put the moral marks to positive and negative. Our reference should be the Christian morality or the spiritual morality, the high level spiritual morality. As remember C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis is a great inspiration to me. He in a book, I do not remember the name of the book in English. The Abolition of the Man is the name in Portuguese. I don't know if the same name, the same title in English. C.S. Lewis wrote that the evil people can love each other. We can read about a bad man that loves his wife, his children, and this do not turn him a good one. Well, in the house of this man, if I don't know his action in the evil, I can see positive things, but I cannot say that he is a positive in the sense of high level spiritual feelings or high level moral spiritual higher moral spiritual morality. I cannot say that it's occurring in that house. Then positive and negative, the reference have to be the higher spiritual morality, our higher religious values. I'm a physician, and I'm guided by the scientific principles of science. But as human being, and before to be a physician, I'm human being. I'm guided by the Christian morality. Then I think that our judgment have to be the religious values, the moral values that we carry on in our lives.
So, George, one thing that
I had expressed me in a good way. I don't know if it was meaningful. Okay.
Yes. One thing that I picked up on what you were saying, you mentioned about the spirit, the angel guides. They are always there to help us, to protect us, to defend us. There is something that could be very similar to your profession as a doctor, because when someone go to see you as a doctor, they want some help, they want some protection, they want some advice on how to have a better health, and so on. Uh, Through your experience as a doctor, have you ever had any spiritual experience with people's angel guide? Because in a way, we are both trying to help the individual. You on the physical side of it, and the angel guide on the spiritual side of it. Have you had any experience where you could see those two working together in collaboration with each other?
Oh, yes, yes, very interesting question. But as a banker, Fabricio, the people who seek you, they are expecting to you protection and support. Then, I think that it's the role of every and all human being. But I every day we can see, we can feel some experiences. I can tell to you. Peculiar experience of one patient of mine. She was a preacher in Calvinian church. She was Calvinist. Then she came to my office. She had diabetes. She passed away 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Then in the interview, we are talking about not only her disease but her life and other things. She stopped and she report. She reported to me a vision. She told me, well, I'm seeing something different. Guardian angel, but he's different because he has no hair. He has a bird, a white bird. Then he's different. And I had a portrait of Bezerra de Menezes in my table, and I turned it to her, and she was astonished. She, wow, it's the angel. Then I told to her, but well, he's not an angel. He is Bezerra de Menezes. Well, in some aspect, he's an angel because he's a high level spirit. But sometimes I lose myself in hearing the patient or the auscultation of the patient with stethoscope. And one day I was in auscultation and was a wonderful evening. I was listening some birds singing, and I was transported in that moment to a place completely different, and I was touched by the situation. I think that it lasts some seconds or maybe 1 minute, but I cried. I could not hold the weep, and the patient was afraid. He looked to me and asked, "Is it a bad disease, doctor? You are crying." And then I told to him, "No, it's a very nice situation. Your spiritual state, it's wonderful." Then I was touched for it. Then sometimes it happens, but it's not every day in this intensity.
Very interesting. We have another two questions that has come from our other page on Facebook. The question says, can we have more than one guardian angel? And the other question is, if you have only one, and that one completely give up on us and abandon us and go, would you have none? Or would that not have never happen?
We don't have substitution. Well, we have only one because one is we need only one. There is no necessity to more than one. Then we have only one guardian angel, and if he give up, what will happen? Will be with those that are seductive, they are evil, because it's our nature, because we identified in so intense way with those spirits that we have only their company, unfortunately. But it was our choice. It's our choice to be with our guardian angel or to be with the evil spirits or the more or less spirits. But our guardian angel to give up of us, we have to make bad things every time. It's not so easy. They insist with us. They desire to be with us until our death. It's not. They are not so temperamental that I will give up. You support Manchester City and I support Manchester United, then I'll go away. It's not in this way.
They are slightly more involved than us in a way. As there is a question actually on the spirit book. Kardec explained to us through the spirits that our guardian angel, they are slightly or more involved than ourselves. Hence why they have been given that position to be a guardian angel. There is no such a guardian angel that has an inferior evolution than the one that he's guiding. So we're always gonna have our guardian angel who is slightly or a lot more superior than us in terms of morality.
Yeah. And the symbol of the guardian angel is the Saint Michael, the archangel, né? Saint Michael. He fights against the evil represented by the dragon, and he is putting the dragon under his feet. It's the symbol of a guardian angel. Then we have to think that our guardian angel are with us to help us in the combat, in the fight against our inferiority, and to resist the suggestions of the evil spirits.
That is their main mission, which is not easy.
Could I interject, please?
Yeah,
lovely. I was going to say it, but somebody has actually put it probably better than I was going to say. And I find this a fascinating outlook, because the deeper you go with that just simple statement, it opens up a whole load of avenues. You know, we are, like attracts like, we are where we are. And I always say progression, you know, our job here, or our part of our path here, is to progress. We can progress downhill as much as we can uphill. But once we reach those points as well, it's not a time when we can just sit back and then slip it into neutral and cruise along. We've always got to be working to raise our vibrations. And as you quite rightly pointed out within your talk tonight, George, about understanding what the energies are that are coming to us, and are they going to help us and raise us, or are they going to pull us back down to their level? So I really like that phraseology about the good and evil side, because we do tend to polarize, don't we? You know, we're good, yeah, lovely, shiny being, or we are completely opposite. but we're not. We're that whole thread in between, and that's our life, is to try and grow and raise that vibration, raise that understanding, bring God and the teachings into our lives to help us to become better people, in turn to help others. So yeah, thank you, Jamie Williamson. That was you took the words right out of my mouth, sir.
I have another patient. She is preacher as well as the other, and she always tells to me, "I'm daughter of God. I have God in my heart, but unfortunately, my hands sometimes Satan had my hands and used my hands, but my God is from God." We are in this way. Sometimes we are completely in tune with our evil, the evil that still exists in us. We are in the earth. We are in the process of evolution. Then we share with all the people in the earth the good vibrations, but we still share the evil ones because we are not saints. We are in a continuous fight against ourselves because we have this kind of this tune with the evil. We tune with evil, the tuning of the evil, not tune, but because we tune with evil so easily, we have to ask the help of our guardian angel. Please help me. Now, I support here in Brazil Flamengo. 3 games ago, I was beside of Satanas. Lucifer was by my side because Flamengo was dreadful. We are in this way, but say God, Flamengo now it's very nice. It's playing a good game. Spirit is the one of the demonstration of reincarnation. Allan Kardec made philosophical demonstration of reincarnation. And one of the points of this demonstration is that we born in Earth to gain evolution in morality, because we go away. One simple life, it's not sufficient to give us the wisdom, the goodness, the all love, the agape love, the kind of love that superior love, the most highest level of love that man can experiment, the agape love, the love to everyone. Then, because we have this kind of how can I say, we are in a state of equilibrium. We are looking for this state of equilibrium to grow up and to make the goodness blow and to be our total life, our total characteristic of our soul. It's a fight of every day. Then I agree with James Williamson, because evil and goodness, we have some of them that are more evil than good, but there are people that are more good than evil. But it's a state of equilibrium now that we have to favor the goodness to be our principal characteristic, our principal the principal mark of our soul.
Brilliant. Lawrence or George, do you want to do any final consideration before I announce the next meeting and then go to the announcements, some invitations to our friends on Facebook. Any final consideration?
I'm good.
No,
George?
it's very nice to be here with you. I appreciate it a lot, and I wish you I have good wishes to you, and I ask to God to be with us, to be with this wonderful church, with the people like you that desire the presence of the good spirits, the good souls between us. It was very nice, or among us. It was very nice to be here. Thank you, Fabrizio, for the invitation. Thank you, Lawrence, for your wonderful presence and your support to our little conference today. Thank you very much.
I do very, very briefly just have one question. George, do you have an amazing collection of clocks?
Yeah, they are singing. My wife, she has 4.
They're beautiful. Thank you.
Okay, so on that note, our next meeting is going to be on the 18th of September. Our guest speaker is Brian Foster from the United States, and the topic he's going to be talking about is how to live inner peace through spiritism. So take the note, 18th of September, Brian Foster, how to live inner peace through spiritism. So before any, Lawrence, do we have any more to announce?
Yep. Just like to remind you about the World Suicide Prevention Day conference coming up in only 6 days away. You have 5 wonderful speakers, and somehow I managed to get in there, so I do apologise now. But that's an all-day event. It's organised by many venerable institutions there. Elsa Rossi, who I know is watching this evening, as one of the champions of this. So yeah, if you can join in with any of the events being held on that day, please do, because some of those speakers we know and love through appearing here with us on the Friday nights. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting day.
Brilliant. So shall I invite you, Lawrence, to do the closing prayer?
Thank you very much. And? What do you mean, and?
I was just going to say, thank you, George, for being with us. Thanks for all everyone that has been with us, watching us through Facebook or Kardec Radio. And it's been a pleasure to be with all of you. And I hand it over for our closing prayer to Lawrence.
Thank you. When you said the closing prayer and, I thought, what, I've got to dance now or change my backdrop?
Change the background.
So once more, dear friends, just still your mind just for this very, very brief moment. Just go within that heart of hearts, that thread of the divine, linking in with the God of your own understandings. We give thanks for this evening, for this debate on one of the aspects of our spiritual pathways. We give thanks to George for his wonderful talk and philosophy, and for all those who have joined in with the debate. Because that is why we are here. We are here to learn and to grow, and to understand, to our own school of thought, the way that life unfolds around us. Amen.
Okay, so I will say then good night, everybody, and I see you on the 18th of September. See you soon. Goodbye.
Bye.